Okay.
Get going.
Okay, I'm gonna not talk anymore.
Hello everyone and welcome to the back room. It's great to see you here today. In case you're wondering, hey, aren't there usually more folks here? Yes, there often are, and no, there often are not. Because ever since the pandemic, it's kind of disrupted our numbers, and you never know how many people are going to come out or not. And we've gotten very used to that here. We know that even if there's only a relatively small number of people here, they're here to listen to music. Yeah. And that says an intimate place for music. And with less people, it's even more intimate. But don't worry, we're not going to charge you anymore for that fact. But it does mean that it all works out rather well, musically speaking and atmospherically speaking, I hope, even when there's not the huge crowd that might have otherwise been wished for. We've gotten used to that for a couple of years now. So I am glad for each and every one of you that came, and I'm certainly glad for our performers that came. You know, there is, we do a lot of different kinds of music here. We do jazz of all different sorts. We do blues of all different sorts. We do country and bluegrass. We do a lot of things. But there's something about the singer-songwriter, which is very much in our DNA. This place was designed and built by me with the idea of replicating the old original freight and salvage. Anybody here remember the original freight and salvage? I don't mean the recent one, I mean the original one. Yeah. Okay. That was about this size. It didn't really look like this, but it had a similar atmosphere. And of course, their stock in trade was a singer-songwriter. Although we do all those other kinds of music and we're glad to present them, there's a lot of places they can do an Americana rock band and sound, be comfortable there. There's quite a few places that'll do a bluegrass or a country band. There's not too many places that you can go and see a singer-songwriter in a concert setting in just the right way. Unless that singer-songwriter is very famous, and that's another story. Carole Wise is not very famous. In fact, before she got in touch with me, I was not aware of her. She is, however, not a newcomer to the business. She has been singing and writing songs for quite a while from the East Coast. That's your center of gravity in the East Coast is
Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
No, just Brunswick.
Maine. Not New Brunswick, New Jersey. Maine. Anyway, so even though she was not familiar to me before this, I knew right away that I wanted to have her here when I listened to her stuff. We really like the opportunity to do this kind of thing when we can. And so that's why I'm so glad to have her. And her friend, April Reed Cox, is here with her to accompany and to share the stage. She has her own songs that she'll be singing. And the two of them will be up here doing a lovely performance, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So, and thank you for keeping your masks on and stuff. I took mine off, but I'm talking to you. I'm going to put it back on when I go on the floor. We might change our mandatory mask policy soon if the December spike doesn't happen.
Don't count on it.
Because at some point you have to turn the page. But even when we turn the page, we're still going to be recommending that everyone wear their mask. Because you know what? It's still out there. It's better not to get it than to get it. We had 2 shows canceled in the last 2 weeks because of COVID. So things still happen.
Yeah.
So thank you for being part of taking care of that with us. And without further ado, would you welcome, please, Carole Wise and April Reed Cox. I have no idea what you're doing there. Oh, it was up to this. Well,
It's pretending to be an acrobat.
yeah.
Musician, mechanic, we do it all.
Jack of all trades.
We do it all. Well, it is wonderful to be here, and thank you so much for being here on this rainy night. And I said to April, just to pull something out of a hat, because that's what we do sometimes as well. We're just gonna, I don't know if we'll play the whole piece, but it's a rainy night. And so it made me think of Bonnie Raitt, and I thought maybe we'll just start it off with someone who has come before and done wonderful for musicians. It's a rainy night, and I'm all alone, sitting here waiting for your voice on the phone. And the fever turns to cold, cold sweat, thinking about the things that we ain't done yet. Tell me now, I gotta know, do you feel the same? Do you light up at the mention of my name? Don't worry, baby, ain't nothing new. That's just love sneaking up on you. The whole world is shaking, baby. Do you feel like I do? That's just love sneaking up on you. Love to hide once love comes sneaking up on your blind side, and you might as well try and stop the rain or stand up in the tracks of a runaway train. Just can't fight it when a thing is meant to be. Come on and finish what you started with me. Ain't nothing new. That's just love sneaking up on you. The whole world is shaking, babe. Do you feel like I do? That's just love sneaking up on you. That's right. Singing. So we are from Mid-Coast, Maine, and that is somewhere between, on the coast, Portland and Rockland. So just kind of floating in there. Lobsterville, think about lobsters and things like that. And the weather has been 70 while I've been watching you at 48. And so I was a little worried. I was going to have to change my wardrobe. I was thinking an extended fall. And then I brought in some wool. So anyway, it is so wonderful to be here. And we're going to share some stories, a little back behind the stories and things like that, but feel free also to engage and ask a question, or something might come up, you never know. So this first song, I'm going to play songs tonight, both April and I. April is also a wonderful singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. And I'm choosing most songs tonight from my most recent CD because, as I was sharing earlier, they were songs that were dormant, waiting for voice. And I was caring for my mom and my aunt. And when they passed, it took 3 years for that first song to say, I'm ready to come out. And so I was sitting, this first song is called Listen In, and I was sitting in my music room with a small window on one side, just seeing the sky, and the other one I could see the trees, and I was just watching that energy outside. And I saw a ladybug come up on the window, and I said to myself, and I said to her, like, what does it look like to you as we're watching all of this go on, the pandemic, climate change, just everything out the window? And she said, pay attention. And this is where the song came from. Breathing in, breathing out, all across the land. We'll live out to help her out, do the very best we can. And I see trees dancing in the wind, inviting all of us again to listen in. Ladybug upon the sill, climbing higher, higher still. She looks outside her window. Hey, how much of her world remains? And she sees trees swaying in the wind, inviting all of us again to listen in. Running all around, will it help the world slow down? I think not. Will we find a gentler way? And when we finally find authentic peace of mind, I think, yes, perhaps we'll understand while we learn to listen in. Everywhere I look, I connect with you. No matter
I miss that. I'm playing with a 3/4 cello bow on a full-size cello, and it's weird. So we went to pick this thing up. I have to shout out starving musician. They pulled the cello together for me, which is great because it saved me the cost of having to fly with my own or buy a flight case for $2,500. But when I got there, the bow was broken right here, just like a little crack, and I started tightening it up, and I heard shink, and I went, oh no! I didn't realize. So I'm like kind of tuning it up and moving the bridge around because, you know, as you do. He comes out and he goes, can you make a 3/4 work? And I'm like, sure. Yep. but occasionally I'm like, running out. Where's the rest?
Sounds good.
So there will be accidental percussion tonight.
Miracle worker. Yeah. I am so, I'm so blessed every day, and I'm so grateful. And April knows this. I say it many, many times. I'll never stop saying it. How grateful I am that when the CD came about. First of all, it was in the pandemic, and so we never played together in the studio. We all went in individually. They listened to tracks. We talked on telephones. We talked about things.
You look like.
And I did not know her until that time. And then when we finished up and we did the debut for the album at a listening room in Freeport, Maine, that's when I said the cello is my soul instrument, so you'll give me lessons sometime in my life. But I would love to play together. I just hear so much, and I'm so grateful. So the fact that she was willing to come to the West Coast, so very special. Okay, so this next piece is called New Frontier, and this came. This was right at 2020 when everyone was saying the new norm, what was going to be the new norm, and what was going to change. And I said, forget the new norm. Too trendy, the word. What are we going to make of our world and beyond to 2020? So I was out off grid kayaking and hiking, and I looked up, coming from the reservation as I was sharing the eagles and the hawks and seeing these beautiful symbols. There was a hawk, and I went, okay, so listen up, I said again. And this song just floating out of the sky, and it's about what's our new frontier going to be like? What are we going to do with that 2020 and beyond? So that's kind of where that story came from.
Fly like a bird, gather like clouds, without any words, sing blissfully loud, to soar high above, regardless of fear, live an unheard of love in a brand new frontier. A bird's eye view, a second chance, big sky blue, a limitless dance. Here comes the midnight sun, beckoning twilight's flight, the harvest autumnal moon, two hearts filled with delight, welcoming solitude, arising still, you and me, we whisper our soulful dreams, deeply and truthfully, in a brand new frontier. Bird's eye view, a second chance, big sky blue, a limitless dance. Here comes the midnight sun. To soar high above, regardless of fear, and live an unheard of love in a brand new frontier. Live an unheard of love in a brand new frontier.
So we're going to break out the ukulele, which we also rented for them. Interesting that to go and ask to rent something for a day is $1,000, but could we do it for the month? We get a great deal.
Yeah, never mind the light.
Before we move on,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna put this little safety down here. When the thing comes, it might hit your guitar case, might hit somewhere else. I can also just put this somewhere. And if it starts hitting this, then you'll know that it's going. And if we have to do something else, we will. And if we don't have to, we won't.
Which one am I doing?
We're going to do a puzzle.
Cool. So the problem with playing the baritone ukulele in non-standard tuning is that it has to be perfectly out of tune. Which sucks when you have perfect pitch. But I've come to terms with it mostly. It's just really temperamental to get it in tune, especially when it's not one that you know. I went home. We have an understanding. It does what I tell it to, or I ignore it for a month. It's a really good place. We're all gonna know a lot more about each other at the end of this. I wanna be 6 again. I wanna play in my mother's heels again. I wanna wear her frilly dresses again, like a princess out in Neverland, which is funny, 'cause she's a lesbian ninja now. I wanna be 7 again. I wanna call up my best friend Danny again. I wanna race our bikes like fighter pilots and protest beating puppies, which is funny, 'cause her dad was an alcoholic and we're all puzzle pieces and the glue is still wet. We think we're put together, but it turns out in the end that I wanna be 8 again. I wanna steal the pony from my neighbors again. I wanna go back to when secrets were just between friends, which is funny, 'cause abuse really sucks and we're all puzzle pieces and the glue is still wet. We think we're put together, but it turns out in the end that bad things happen to good people. All you can control is how you heal. Life might suck, but it's amazing and real. So I wanna be this old again, every day again and again. I wanna wake up and breathe again, again and again and again and again, which is funny, 'cause that's all there really is, and we're all puzzle pieces and the glue is still wet. We think we're put together, but it turns out in the end.
I keep joking that one of these days my legs won't shake after I play that, but it's not today.
So this is what I have appreciated about alternative folk is I get to play all the genres that I like to write in. A while back ago, I had someone from a major label ask me to come and play, but they wanted country, because I write in country folk. And I said, but I play blues, and I play this, and I play a little bit of... No, you could get your foot in the door, and then you can do whatever you want. And I went, what, 20 years later? So I said, yeah, no. So we'll stay with the folk and be able to play stuff. So this is a little bluesy, so it just fits very sweet with the cello. Any percussionists? So you can. I'd like to hear that out there. We bring gifts to this love, mutual affection. Respectful contemplation, we walk the same direction. One day at a time, one day at a time. We take time for this love to listen to each other. Taking time to be friends, but so much more as lovers. One day at a time, one day at a time. We take time for all this love, no matter what. We bring gifts of the heart, love to embrace. We give back all the love in the spring that brought us to this place. We bring gifts of the heart for love to embrace. We bring gifts to this love. Give back to this love. We take time for this love. Thank you so much. So every spring in Maine, and all over the world, I'm sure, we have our high waters from the snowfall, and I get into my kayak and I get into the river, and lots of songs. I mean, it seemed that for the last few years, every spring there was a river song. And so this is this year's river song, and it's called Around the Bend. And of course, I feel I'm voice for songs that are saying, I want to sing this for me. And so I'm going to take you on the journey down the river and see what's around the bend.
I'm like a river flowing fast and free. Around the bend I slow waiting, changing me. Fearing not what's up ahead, to ride the wave and flow instead of fearing the unknown. Once I thought the river had abandoned me, until I learned to navigate, which set me free. Embracing every twist and turn, recognize what's lost and learned. I know I'm not alone. We know storms will form ahead and the wind will rise. Brighter days will clear away the darkest skies. Remember what has come before, we sail for new uncharted shores, claiming our identity. Fearing not what's up ahead, to ride the wave and float instead of fearing the unknown. Around the bend I slow, waiting, changing me. Thank you.
New song. So here's a difficult task for the singer-songwriter. So no venues to play for the first 8 months. And so we're writing and no place to go. So, luckily for family. Are you sick of hearing that yet? No, it's all right, it's all right.
Really like that change.
So then you go out to play, and I had a brand new CD, and I had 6 venues where I had canceled 25 just before that. So hence of why I'm here. I just decided I was going to be out here for some time, and I had a loop. It was my truck across America, and I went, I'm just going to find listening rooms. I'm just going to make phone calls. I had 25 house concerts planned, and I was looking for those one in betweens just to kind of get out there, because I had been on such a hiatus caregiving for my family. I pretty much wasn't playing anymore, and I wanted to get out so badly to play again. So. This song, just in the last couple months, I went, oh, here we go again. So I'm thinking, I play 6 times, but to me it feels like I've been playing a whole year, because a whole year has gone by, and I keep saying, keep playing the same songs off the new CD, but new audiences. So it's just been very strange to play those songs over, but they really haven't had a whole year of being played. So. I have some cards here, my website, CaroleWiseMusic.com. If you just want to get out there, I've got videos. There's lots of things that I've done with pictures, did some lyric videos, but it would be, I'm on, all those Apple Music and Spotify and all those things, and YouTube, blah, blah, blah. It's not what I like doing. This is what I like doing. But when I had my agent, they're like, you've got to do that. And I'm like, okay. So if you find yourself wanting to browse, I'd appreciate it. It'd be great. Send me a note. There's a place to say hello to. So this is a new song, and it's called. At first, I was going to call it "Unexpectedly" because it did show up that way. But it's about the North Star, and it's about our guiding light. We've had it for centuries, and so it spoke to me this time. And this time of my mom was born in November, and so these skies are very important for me. And when I look up and I see the Big Dipper and I see all kinds of things, I go, okay, I know she's out there. She's one of those sparklers out there. So this is what showed up. I may have to use a cheat sheet only because it's so fresh. I hate making those mistakes.
Life comes back around unexpectedly. It opens your eyes to a bigger view. You are never lost, just finding your way. Touch the inner core, find the real you. I'm listening so hard, I can hear you whisper 100 miles away. My inner North Star is lighting the way, lighting my way. No wrong turns, only unexpected paths. Like a buried seed, flower comes at last. Lifelong stories we have yet to share. Cause we're gathering together everywhere. You've traveled so far, there's no need to stray. Your inner North Star is leading the way, lighting your way. Our inner North Star, we're well on the way. Our inner North Star is lighting our way, lighting the way. Life comes back around unexpectedly. Thank you so much.
Pickles.
Do I have to do pickles?
So, canning time in New England and probably in California. Pickles. So April is also in many other duos.
I'm having a moment.
And she was making pickles. And people who were watching her live stream were like, you should write a song about pickles, because we see them all racked in the back. She'd been pickling and pickling and pickling. And so as the story goes, she said, I don't have a song about pickles, but maybe I will now. And so this is a very, very sweet, sour pickle song.
Feel free to come up to me afterwards and tell me what you think they all are. There's some weird ones in there.
Oh, wow. Here for a treat.
Very nice to hear.
I mean, nature has so much to show us, right? Whether it's the river or a pickle.
Life's a lot like a pickle. You end up stuck in the middle, between two pieces of bread and something that's dead. You got your cukes and your maters. Have you tried dilly beans and taters? You think I'm joking, but honestly that last one is true. We go together like a vinegar and sugar in a glass jar. We all gotta figure out where we're going and who we are. Yeah, who we are. Some do better under pressure. Others just turn to mush. Some need a few weeks to get funky on your counter. Some are sweet enough to crack your teeth. Others pucker up your face. Some will make you wonder what the hell just happened to me. We go together like a vinegar and sugar in a glass jar. We all gotta figure out where we're going and who we are. So hold your nose, it'll curl your toes if you let it. 'Cause life's a lot like a pickle, and we all wanna be sophical, chasing wisdom round and naked through the streets like Archimedes. We all want a eureka, a moment we'll be remembered for. But in the end, it's the middle that's worth living for. We go together like a vinegar and sugar in a glass jar. We all gotta figure out where we're going and who we are. Yeah, who we are. Who we are. Who we are. Who.
So would you join us, Sam?
Of course I will.
We would love to have you join us. And we would love for all of you to join us. We're going to do something that everybody knows.
If you don't, it's easy.
And one, you know about that old show, that, not a show, you know, one of those series shows every Friday night, you know, like Truth or Dare. I can name that song in 3 notes. I
Name
know.
that too.
Name that tune.
Not truth or dare, very different.
No, kind of like. Yeah. You'll know
Music
this
edition.
in three notes.
When the night has come in the land of stars, in should tumble into the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. All right, here we go. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Thank you so much for that. All right.
Thank you.
While I'm up here for a second, something I forgot that has nothing to do with this, but I got flyers on the way out that you might want to take, which gives you an idea of something to do Christmas Eve in case you're not already busy. That's all I'll say.
What you thinking, boss lady? I said, what you thinking, boss lady?
Okay, so this next song is the title cut of the new CD. It's called Long Way Home. And it's interesting, again, I had written the song when I had met a few of my friends I hadn't seen over 40 years. We were in folk bands together in the 70s. And then we all went on to do our life. And I went on to teach, and I just retired, 40 years. In 2020, I retired. And I was teaching kids through, I was teaching literature and doing all kinds of things, but I was always doing songwriting with them and helping them, like, let's write. How can we write? And something that they would, like, get jazzed up about. And so I met my friends, and one of them went on to Juilliard to do vocals and piano, and one became a music teacher, and one is out making a living doing folk and theater. And I did teaching, and I did festivals on weekends and summers and things like that. And then all this time goes by, and then we had the pandemic, and my mom and my aunt passed first, and then the pandemic, and the song came back around, and it's just so apropos to everything that had already happened. It wasn't just about my meeting of my friends and thinking how wonderful it was to see them. It really spoke about the long way home, and we all take many long ways homes, many long way homes. So anyway, that's it meant a lot to me. Memories take me back to a long time ago. We
when we sang, when we laughed, sometimes shared our woes. Time to go home, but I can't let go. I take a long way home. Time stands still, and I'm right there. Watching over you, I still care. Sun sets low, and I won't let go. I take a long way home. Keep the music in my heart. You will always be part of me. More dreams to dream, tomorrow's yet to be. Looking deep within, claiming what you see. Though many years gone by, don't waste your time, don't ask why, just take a long way home. And don't be afraid to take a look. Your journey is an open book. Take the long way home. Thank you so much. So, this little backstory. First, I have to tune that.
Thank you for verification that it's working. I just closed something down. Anybody who's gonna watch this already found it. Most of our friends are very asleep. At least back home they are.
So, what did we see through the window? So that was where I spent all my time in my music room, looking out windows, looking at televisions, looking out windows, watching such hard, harsh conditions in the world through the pandemic. And the beauty and the courage of Black Lives Movement. And so all of this came into the song for me. It was about life is hard and we're going to make things happen and we're going to have courage to step up. And at the same time, we're going to see the silver lining. And when I write, I think that's what I have in this last few years. It's people have said the music has been empowering, and I say it's empowering because it's who we are. And we step up whenever it is we step up, but we always step up and find our humanity. So this song is called View from Our Window. So even though we weren't talking with one another and we were all in lockdown, we were sharing a lot of the same views.
From the window I can touch the sky. Here from the window, you and I. View from the window, no longer need to bid farewell. View from the window, all hate dispel. View from the garden, where we till soul and dirt, where we can weed away all labels that harm and hurt. View from the garden, planted seed in water well. View from our windows, all hate dispel. Joining in our hearts together as one, collaboration, as we learn to grow and stand together as one, inspiration. We are one of many, dispelling hate and harm and growing love, growing love, joining in our hearts together as one.
Thank you so much. Valentine's Day? Is it? Already?
I suppose it's Valentine's and birds. You want trees or travel?
See?
Trees or travel? Birch log or Valentine's Day?
Oh,
It's a bit of or look at that.
oh, either one. Either one.
Alright, I'll do mine now. There's this really great singer-songwriter. Her name's Heather Steichen. You should check her out. She's awesome. I was gonna steal one of her songs, but I'm gonna do one of mine instead.
And then we'll do it. We'll still do it. It's gonna be- yeah, because it's kind of rocky.
It is. This one's yet another in the cute songs I write genre.
Category.
Yeah. I mean, at least this one has no punches. There's no.
And no pickles.
It's like, hey, cute. Really deep, dark issue. No. That's what this one's a little nicer. We spend a lot of time traveling as musicians, and sometimes we have to be places we wouldn't particularly care to be on days we would particularly care to be somewhere else and with other people. So this is Valentine's Day. I was in Montreal. That's a long way away.
I love you, and I want to thank you for the things you do. All the little things that no one else could do. 'Cause they wouldn't even think about them. I miss you, and I wish that I was home today with you. Or that you were here out on the road with me, searching for our morning coffee, 'cause that would be cool. I wish that I didn't have to be away on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. I wish that you didn't have to be so far away on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. I love you, and I really miss you, and I wanted you to know that I was thinking of you. Yes, it's true, and I can't wait to come home to you, my love. I wish that I didn't have to be away on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. I wish that you didn't have to be so far away on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. I love you, and I really miss you, and I wanted you to know that I was thinking of you. Yes, it's true. And I can't wait to come home to you, my love.
Okay, then we'll put a fire on the log. Oh, wait, that's log on the fire?
That works. Alright, no log.
There you go.
Oh no, character change. Oh no, she's a lot slower than that.
Days are getting shorter, cicadas getting loud, apples getting riper, hanging heavy on the bough. The nights are getting cold, gather wood left from the storm, stack it tall and tidy, one day it'll keep me warm. Put on the birch log, put on the pine, I'm saving the ash and the oak for another fire that will burn slow through the night. Morning's getting darker, feed the coals till they ignite. Give mare and timber pine, gold birch white. You won't be here to tend it, neither will I. So let's burn it hard another fire that will burn slow through the night. One of these days, Lord, I will keep a steady burn. Keep a steady burn. My boots are getting restless. My stove is getting colder. I'll make it back this way after the leaves turn gold. If you're not ready to hold me at the first of fall, you won't get another chance to hold me at all. Put on my birch log, put on the pine, saving the ash and the oak for another fire that will burn slow through the night. That will burn slow through the night. That will burn slow through the night. I can't take credit for that one. That's Heather's. She wrote it on the
But definitely the vibe.
wrote it on the coast of Maine, so you know. It gets cold there quick.
Okay, so this next piece is called Practicing Peace. And it is, I've always had a mantra. One of my first CDs I wrote one called Side by Side, and it was talking about us being able to do that, to talk to each other side by side, walk with each other side by side, and get things done. And this year, Practicing Peace came out of all of those songs that were just kind of lying dormant, waiting for me to be able to sing again. And it took a while for me to do that after my mom passed. Matter of fact, the song that I wrote for her we were going to do tonight, but first of all, we decided that we both should have our instruments, our main instruments, and to do that song. And the other part is I haven't been able to really sing it out without bawling. So every now and then I get the courage and go, okay, this is the night. And she goes, no, not without my cello. So I said, okay, all right. But again, you can hear it. You can hear it if you go out to look at things. I'm out there. It's called Still. And I'll give you the backstory, and maybe it'll make you curious to check it out. But I asked my mom, I have 8 other siblings. I asked my mother, when I saw some real changes happening, I said, please write us a paragraph each of who we were from birth to age 5. And she wrote us what I called the love letters. And after she passed, I waited a full year. And then I mailed everyone on their birthday Mom's letter to them. And I'm telling you. So every now and then I pull mine out. And, I'm the peanut in the family. I have brothers that are 6'3" and sisters that are 5'8". And, but she said, but you were tough. And anyway, just beautiful love story. So in that song, it kind of talks about that, and her last moments before she passed on. There was a full moon, and I remember just looking up and saying, "Tonight's the night to dance with the stars and be up there." So it was a tough one, even in the studio. Everyone that was there that took their turn to lay their tracks there, everybody was bawling. Thanks, Carole. Thanks. But it just, we're just such a tight group of folks, and as we're getting to know each other, I love them so much. So what they brought, their gifts to this music. So anyway, this next one I even forgot. Oh, Practicing Peace. So I think one of the things that I learned, my mom said I was always very patient, but I think what I've learned in my journey from being on the Navajo and Hopi reservation, being with my family, my extended family of friends, is to really practice that peace. So that's what it's about.
Don't wanna live life fast, just take it slow. And I wanna learn from the past and let it go. And being present with an open heart, there's so much more to know. Practicing peace wherever I may go. Practicing peace wherever I may go. What would I do if I could do it over? Walk many miles and know that I'm walking with a friend. Many years I've learned that forgiveness can transcend. Practicing peace, I wish to make amends. Practicing peace until my journey's end. Say it over, speaking my truth and heart as best as I can. Lessons learned now, memories carried over. Practicing peace, I wish to make amends. Practicing peace until my journey's end. It's everything we do, it's everything we say. Can we bow our heads in humbleness at the end of every day? Listen with your heart, with no apologies. It's knowing we're just tiny drops in a lovely cup of tea. Just take it slow. And I want to learn from the past, yeah, then let it go. And being present with an open heart, there's so much more to know. Practicing peace wherever I may go. Practicing peace wherever I may go. Don't wanna learn, live life fast, just take it slow. Thank you.
Good. Give me a second. It's gonna drive me nuts. We're doing our best here. I'll get there. I promise. We tune because we care.
Yeah, we have to tune all the time. You guys know that. Oh my gosh, and the humidity, then it's dry, whatever it is. Putting on capos, taking off capos, and then I've just decided that it's a lesson in life. Tuning. It's what we do ourselves. Is every day we're tuning, and it's okay. We make those adjustments. It's okay to take that time. So this is a little tune called "Beyond Our Own Backyards," and I'm going to give a shout out to my friend who's here tonight, Deborah. She's brilliant in many ways, and one of the ways is in painting. and she was painting. I think a piece from from Ireland. Had seen something. A friend of ours that she knows took a picture, and she decided to paint it and then send it to her. And I looked at it and I said, the first thing that came to mind is I said, what do we always say, where the land meets the sky, where the water meets the land? And I said, where green meets blue. I mean, it was just spectacular. And then the rest of the song just kind of floated out there. So I'm always just so grateful for those pieces of the senses that just shake me to my core, and they become songs, or a poem that becomes a song. And so this is called Beyond Our Own Backyards. And I would have played this with a mandolin tonight, but I went and also went to get a mandolin to lease. It just didn't have the guts that it needed for the song. So I'm going to play it on guitar, but you think mandolin. Okay. think mandolin. And, but I'm going to take you on a journey of our childhood in a way, so. Where green meets blue, I recognize how the wonders and the mysteries come alive. Footprints left upon sand beckon those who travel ancient lands. Mountains climb, valleys cross, the dream to trek is never lost. We wander nature's esplanade. We have journeyed there beyond our own backyard. Childhood games, hide and seek, count to 10 and don't you peek. Kick the can down the road so far. Climbing heights, climbing trees, torn the leaves. It's Disney night, let's wish upon a star. There's a dinner bell, bells rung like hell, a sound we come to know so well. Don't you keep your mama waiting, remembering beyond our own backyards. And everything will be alright in the end, in the end. And if it's not alright, well, it's not yet the end. Dream to trek is never lost. We wander and we wander, no holds barred. We have journeyed there beyond our own backyard. Let's journey there beyond our own backyard. Be the light.
This is not funny at all.
Okay.
Just warning you. Yeah. Some of these I think should come with a public service announcement. I don't trust myself on this. So we're gonna do our best. It's really interesting. Every instrument has wildly different feel, even if it's the same thing. even if they're factory made, they all have their little weirdness.
Can you give me a reason to believe that every little thing is gonna be alright? The signs on the corner and protests in the streets. There's blood on my hands and it isn't for me. And oh, I'm trying to find a light. And oh, I'm trying to find a light. She said, fight like a lady. I said, what does that mean? She said, don't ever let them see they made you angry. They'll blaster and blue heart and cheat you with every card and try to tell you that you should be grateful. No, you gotta be the light. And no, you gotta be the light. If I till the end and we never met, I still feel somehow I knew you. Turning back progress, pain, and innocent lives will pay. And we wish you were here to fight too. And oh, we gotta be the light. And oh, we gotta be the light. And oh, we gotta be the light. Oh, gotta be the light.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, place on the happy. now and here. Yeah. So this song on the CD comes because it was the first song that I wrote after not playing for 12 years. And so not playing for 9 or 10 years, and then my mom passing in all that time, and then not playing another 3 years. I went to see a friend of mine play and run one of the open mics at an Irish pub in town. And I thought, I said, and unbeknownst, of course, everyone that is on the album was everyone that was in this whole group. But that doesn't happen for 3 more years. So it's just so sweet. But I'm sitting there, and it's February, and the only reason why I'm there is because it's February break, and I'm not teaching because I couldn't go to the open mics because they were on school nights, and I'm up early to go to school and give 110% to those kids. So I said, yeah, too bad they didn't have them on weekends, but they didn't. So anytime there was a school break and there was an open mic, then I went. So I sat there watching lots of people going by that frosty window with lights, and it was gorgeous. And there was the song.
Lies we already know. Life isn't always as it seems. We hold the future in our dreams, but what matters is now and here. Let go the future and the past, and live this moment as it lasts. Time to embrace your fear. Time is now and here, so we move ahead and wonder, where do we go? Climbing up, trekking down. I often wonder, will we find a new horizon, a newer place, or have we already found? Life isn't always as it seems. We hold the future in our dreams, but what matters is now and here. What with the future and the past, and live each moment as it lasts. Time to embrace the fear. Time is now and here. We can reinvent a sheltered life, or live courageous and be strong. Move on up ahead, encourage everyone along, and roll it like a river, pour from up above. The choice is always ours to make, to hate or choose love. Life isn't always as it seems. We hold the future in our dreams, but what matters is now and here. Let go the future and the past, and live each moment as it lasts. Time to embrace fear. Time is now and here. Time is now and here.
I need the slow reminder what the beat.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have it in you for one song or two?
Two.
Because we'll really honor that.
Feel free to go use the restroom.
The restroom? Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just. Yeah.
Wait, that's probably a good order, yeah. Because the other direction is going to be
Okay. Yeah.
weird.
So another new one. This one's called Silent Meditation, and again, I wrote it just feeling it, and then 2 months later, my cousin's wife called to tell me that my cousin had passed, and they were coming home, and he wanted to have a water burial. And I said, well, you just can't walk down to the water and sprinkle. That's in the movies. There's a state law. We have to be 3 miles offshore. So I called the boat captain I knew, and I said, can we do this? He said, absolutely. So we went out to a nice, beautiful place, Pemaquid Point, on the coast of Maine, and I brought this song to play. And then I realized it was for all the souls that we lost. And it was just beautiful to be out there during sunset to play this and to just give honor to everybody that we lost, including my cousin. And we got one of those urns that they're beautiful. They're made out of paper, and there's pressed flowers, and put the ashes in there, and then you put it in the water, and it disintegrates in about 2 minutes. It's just lovely. So we had a family gathering on the boat. And the captain was great. When we got done, he gave me a little tag with the nautical GPS where we had put it in his ashes in the water. It was just very sweet. So I call her my cousin, don't we do that? She was just, and he's in his 80s. He was a superintendent at school, so we had a good connection in terms of teaching and all that stuff. So anyway, silent meditation. In the rain. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. We're on a boat right now.
I am lost in my despair, yet glory at the sun. Weak enough to let you in, and strong enough to run. Like a rose I wish to open, knowing petals fall away. Be still and sing a song to a lover, and dance on sun-graced grace. You abide in every dewdrop. I hear your laughter in gentle soaking rain. Hide and seek in traces of the sunbeam. Even songbirds trill your name. And it's a silent meditation in sacred woodland, verdant space. Feel the moonlight tug, be still and discover the beauty of this place. And it's a silent meditation, sacred woodland, verdant space. Feel the moonlight tug, be still and discover the beauty of this place. Feel the moonlight tug, be still and discover the beauty of your place.
Thank you so much. So we're going to call that last song, and in good old music fashion, we're going to do a very sweet encore, something to surprise you.
And we left and came back.
Yeah, and we're just going to take a minute to warm up. I hit her with this. I do that all the time. Hey, let's just do that. Oh, hey, one more song? Oh, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna just need that desk because I'm gonna sit down with you.
What? Which one are you doing? Hold up. Don't you need a little doodad?
I do.
Yeah.
I need to
all
do
right. This is very new for me.
Oh, this, I mean, come on. When you'll get it. You'll get it when you hear it.
Yeah, it's the B part I'm
Why are you
worried
doing
about. I got sort of it. I have a quarter of the A.
Yeah, we're gonna speed this up a little bit.
What? You got that? Where are we going?
Yeah, now. That's all right. So I'm working on flat picking, and I said, you have to learn this song. I mean, why not? She's getting ready to do some, what's the piece you're getting ready in January? The concert?
Oh, God. Mendelssohn Violin Concerto, Stravinsky Pulcinella.
And I'm saying, come flat pick with me. Thank you so much for doing this. So much. It really helps. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do have CDs, and you can find us online. You can find us, you can just come and talk to us. Yeah, come and say hi before you leave. Anyway, thank you so much. We'll put our last on. Can I unplug? I don't
You're still.
want to jolt anybody.